For the past 2 months, I have been caught up in a situation that I initially thought would just be a minor drama, but the more I investigated, the worse things got. Today, I'd like to explain the entire situation and what I have discovered about this game, called Tea Party, and all the people behind it. Before we begin, I created a Google document archiving each of the points discussed in this video, where we put all the evidence we have found so far. I'll start with the least serious issue. Game copying. Yes, I know it might sound absurd, but let me explain my situation. Before all this happened, I think about a month prior, Czar, an animator and developer on our game, and Build were active in my game when an unknown user asked them both a couple of questions.
Is the game inspired by another one called Tea Party? Can I be a developer on the game?
They both answered no, Czar claiming that this user was persistent. Build didn't take screenshots of the incident, as he thought it was just a fan wanting to contribute to the game. Months passed, and one day, like any other, Build and I decided to explore some games listed on the Roblox home epic. My attention was drawn to this game called Tea Party. I was curious because it had the same theme as my game, so I thought it would be a good idea to investigate. Honestly, I didn't find anything interesting about the game. It fulfilled its purpose. After that, we saw another game with the same name on our recommended games page, so we went in out of curiosity. Once in the game, I noticed certain details that I had also added to my own game. The more I explored, the more it struck me as odd. At the time, I didn't want to think anything bad. People get inspired, and that's fine. But it bothered me that this game looked so much like mine. We finished exploring, and as we were leaving, we noticed something that really bothered us. The description. Just a quick reminder, my game was previously called the Tea Party, or TTP for short. The description read, here's some information, buddy, this isn't what it seems. Some game called TP basically copied it. Even the thumbnail is the same as Lumidane's map, but it's fine, because nobody pays attention to me, and nobody ever will. Build found out that the person who insisted on being a dev for our game was Sifmruk, the owner of this game. Honestly, this worried me quite a bit. I wanted to contact him somehow, but I couldn't, so instead I made a video on TikTok showing what happened. Hello my dear Roblox fans, I'm Kaka and today I'm not too happy. I'm really sad, and somehow disappointed. I don't know which was the point of a follower of mine to copy my game and then call me a stealer and so on. At first, this guy tried to talk with Build, asking him if he can be a developer of our game. We don't know him, so he said no. Maybe he got mad at us or something. That I really didn't mean that, but we don't trust that easy. Today, I was curious about playing others' games, especially the Tea Party ones. And no, I'm not a main creator of Tea Party games, but if you're going to inspire or take ideas from my game, please at least mention me somewhere and so on. The first thing we saw was the donations board, that I guess he saw it on both of my games, my Starts Place and the Tea Party game, and that's okay because it's simple. Then we saw the fan arts board, that is not big as ours, but it's the same format. When I entered the area, I saw a tree house, the main house, tables for a tea party, a cafe, a carousel, beach bars, and stones that followed you. As I said, I am not a mastermind behind all these ideas, but it really hurts me that many of the things came from my imagination and effort, only for me to then be accused of stealing. I know that saying it like this might not seem like a big deal, but when looking at the images and comparing them with my game, the inspiration is obvious. He also added minor things like Easter eggs and what I suppose are his friends. I added that for my friends and staff. Every hidden character in the game. What hurts me the most is the fact that he personally spoke with Build to become a developer for our game, asked him if I was inspired by him, and followed me on Roblox. As I said, I am not a mastermind behind the Tea Party games, but many of the things took me time and effort. And to you who are surely watching the video, no, I didn't know you before this. And this whole situation only leaves me with a bad taste in my mouth and a poor impression of you. That's all my dear Roblox fans. I will update the case if anything happens and so on. And honestly this broke in me inside, because I will never steal others' ideas. After the video showing the similarities between the two games was posted, I saw a comment that particularly caught my attention. It was from a friend of Sifmrek saying this.
From my friend Sifmrek. I did not copy this game, I actually made it a while ago to hang out with my friends, then I saw someone else make a game about it, not yours, it was Lunadane, but we settled down, and we teamed up. But I must say I did like the idea of your donating board, so I put that in the game, if you're okay with that. Also the fan art was because I really wanted to do fan art, but we were getting any, but then I got one I wanted to put it in. This is a big misunderstanding, I didn't meant to copy. I didn't meant to copy your game at all, and the thumbnail hasn't been changed in a while. I was looking forward to changing it because it was a really old thumbnail before the players. And even though I wasn't trying to, I would like to apologize.
After that, I asked his friend to give me Sifmrek's contact information so we could talk about the situation and sort things out. This was the conversation we had. I wanted to talk with you about what happened about the games. I am so confused now.
Yeah.
You said your friend copied your game, but the names doesn't match, and I tried to find other STTP. I found two more, but in private.
Oh, typo.
So I have some questions for you.
TP short for Tea Party, what?
Why did you ask if you can be a developer for my game? You typed TTP.
Again typo.
It has been for a long time.
So basically I was searching up Tea Party, and I saw her game, which is really good, and I was asking Builder if I could be a dev, cause I told him I made a game like it, but I never got to show him.
And I have another question. Did you take inspiration from me? And if it is yes.
Only on donating board?
Because the similitudes are too much. I mean the carousel isn't a causality since you can find normal carousels from the toolbox.
What's that dum merry-go-round thingy?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that too. I really liked it, but I can delete it, if you want.
And the treehouse, rock pets, beach bar, cafe place. I am not talking about deleting. It is okay if you keep those things. I was wondering for some credits at least.
Cafe place I needed more houses, same with the rest, and then rock pets, cause Rocco.
I like when people take inspiration from me, and well I got surprised because I thought you added me somewhere and nope. And I got a little sad when I saw that. Well.
But are like 20 man.
Frustrated because some things are made 100% by us. Zara and me. Heh, what's the problem? I am a sensitive person too.
And my friend called you attention seeker, not me, my friend.
Do you know, doesn't he make you a ghost? I guess who was? I wasn't an attention seeker. I was upset.
Does Flamingo cry when he sees knockoff merch without credits?
Because I saw you follow me too, and I thought you DM'd me for that, and I didn't find anything too. And so on. Who knows?
Sadly can't DM people.
We are here to argue about my feelings. Nope.
Argue no.
I am here to ask you if you can at least mention me somewhere and then everything it is okay. Some people told me to report you or something. I want to do that.
I mean I added an NPC and a sorry sign, but then when Harmless sent me the comment section, looked like you didn't like it.
Yeah, it was a weird one, but it is okay, but also my staff sent me something.
What?
And I want to ask you, why?
So basically that guy was being mean to me, I didn't mean it, but her admin was jailing me.
Oh?
And I was just hanging out with my friend, they also jailed him.
I'll talk to her.
Okay, but then they let me out and after I sent the message she said SHH.
Oh?
Yeah, why?
Okay, but anyways, that wasn't the way to talk about this with staff. I think it was better to directly talk to me. And sorry if my English is broken. I am not fluent.
You were never online.
Anyways, I'll talk to her.
Me neither, lol. Okay.
But send me a DM to TikTok.
Don't have it.
Your friend sent you my video, so I guess you had the chance to go to my profile and click the message thing. But anyways,
Yeah.
I'm okay if you only put credits too. And if you want, delete the sign and I delete the video, okay?
How about credits to Cocodrill for merry-go-round and donate on board idea?
Yeah, or install from, since it's not the same but similar.
Okay, also could you unban me?
That is how you want. I am good with that. Oh, I didn't ban you.
Oh, well, I got banned.
I'm not at home, but I'll unban you when I'm back to home.
Lol, okay, thanks.
My followers had sent me screenshots of Sifrumuk's apology in his game, but one comment caught my attention. He also added his credits to the game, and I deleted the video as we had agreed. I thought that was the end of it. Midnight pinged me on my server to show me screenshots of the apology. She said she was feeling superstitious about it, that she'd seen it before in the game, and that Sifrumuk had said I copied his game. She said that made her think the apology was fake and that he only did it to avoid being exposed. I was confused because he had apologized, then came to my game and said I copied his game, just out of anger. At that point, I clarified to Midnight that I didn't know him and had never played his game before. Then Midnight said that the only times she'd ever imprisoned people were exploiters. She said she would never imprison someone who hadn't done anything wrong, and that after that, she checked the chat logs and saw what he'd said. I was relieved that he had given me credits, even if it wasn't in the way I expected. I was content with the bare minimum, but less than 2 weeks later, I found out that he had removed everything he had added, even though he knew that I had fulfilled my part of the agreement. At that point, I was already disappointed. I felt my attempts to make things right had been useless. Then my moderator sent me screenshots of the game where there was no sign of that apology or that description. Again, I let it all go. I went on with my own life without giving any importance to what had happened. Recently, I woke up to find that my game had suddenly gained 70 players, and I was so happy. I bragged about it everywhere, thinking it was my own achievement. And I was really excited, until Bill showed me a couple of screenshots from our game's chat logs. The sequence went like this. Sifrumuk commented in our game that Lunadane had made his game private because of the attention he was getting. It's worth noting that both of them were in my game at the time. Sifrumuk said he joined because he had lost fans. Then, Sifrumuk seemed a bit uncomfortable or in a hurry to make Lunadane's game public again. He kept repeating that he missed his game, and then Lunadane made a comment that puzzled me. Bo has a tea party, TM. To profit off players' nostalgia of Tea Party. I don't really know who he's referring to with Bo, but I suspect it's someone we'll see later. Someone who's really important in this video. It can also be interpreted as misspelled bro. Something curious I read was that Sifrumuk claimed to be my friend, knowing that I had blocked him days before during the Halloween event because he was following me and talking about his game. The moment Sifrumuk and Lunadane made their game public again, Sifrumuk sent this image to my DMS. Honestly, I don't know what reaction he expected from me. I usually don't react to his provocations. But at that moment I felt really bad because I understood what he was doing. For those unfamiliar with this meme, according to Microsoft CI, no matter what you do, you'll always end up at the same point. Destiny, failure, regret, or simply routine. And according to some comments on TikTok, a completely unreliable source, what you may see or experiencing is just your imagination and not real. For days I've been struggling to increase my game's views, making videos, inviting followers, and even doing collaborations without bothering anyone or causing a scene. And during all this time, I've also been dealing with this person again. I didn't pay any attention to his messages, even though I later saw my player count drop to single digits. Several days later, he wrote to me again, this time with song lyrics. I asked him why he had sent me part of a song, and he replied that it was for no reason. Out of pure curiosity, I wanted to look up the song and its meaning, and it also puzzled me. The song is called Race by Alex G, and the most important point I found in its meaning was that it reflects a determination to defeat the competition and leave the race behind, showing frustration and the struggle for recognition. Again, I personally believe it was another one of his provocations. In the document I left in the description, I listed the reasons why I believe Sifmruk is problematic. Among them, and the most important, are the fact that he followed me in games just to talk about his own, promoted Lunadene's game in my own game. I have chat logs, but I'll keep them private until necessary, made fake apologies for deleting everything we had promised, indirectly accused me of using free models in my game, also documented in chat logs, coined my game and admitted in front of everyone that he stole concepts from my game, lied about Lunadene's game being shut down for fame, and the list goes on, but things don't end there. This is just the tip of an iceberg that, unfortunately, I couldn't find the bottom of due to a lack of evidence. Everything I'll present now is thanks to Build's investigation and the testimonies of Twisted Bottle and Bob World. Bob World and Twisted Bottle have a game in collaboration with a couple of other creators called the Afternoon Alliance Tea Party. Twisted Bottle showed me screenshots and videos of a group of people, Festy Demon, Avery, and Alec, who were pressuring Twisted Bottle to change the map in their game, claiming that they stole the Lunadane concept. Twisted Bottle strongly suspects that Festy Demon is Sifmruk. While talking to Twisted Bottle, they asked me why I had completely changed the map. Recall the video and screenshots we saw earlier? Those images are from the previous version of my game. I explained to Twisted Bottle that I changed the entire map because I no longer wanted to have conflicts with Sifmruk and their accusations of theft. Twisted Bottle mentioned Bob World's involvement in all of this. Before continuing, I want to clarify that if you encounter these people in any game, please do not harass or insult them. According to Twisted Bottle's testimony, Bob World was a Tea Party administrator who was mentally abused by other members of the game staff, causing him significant anxiety and depression. There is evidence within the Lunadane game itself, where Bob World is shown completely humiliated in a scene filled with what I want to believe is vomit, not blood, as he talks about his alleged copy of Tea Party. I managed to get Bob World's contact information and obtained his testimony. This is what he said.
So when I started working as a head admin, I was just warning and then banning people that are not following the rules, and I was also making the server a little bit fun, but then someone had the tools and made a huge thing to trap people in spawn, and then after that, some people requested for a game of hide and seek, so I was like, why not? It's nothing bad. But then, Avery said, oh, you can't have events here, but other admins, and she always had the events, so I never been told about some of the rules. I just got told to not admin abuse and not give out overpower weapons, and I didn't. So I don't know why I'm to blame for something that Avery and Lansy, plus other admins did. I did everything right and did all the work 2/4/7. When I get a message, I wake up and get back to work.
After his testimony, I asked him about the allegations of inappropriate behavior within the Lunadane game. This is what he replied.
Yeah, some did inappropriate activities, outfits, and some of the admins didn't do anything, only I did honestly, and Lansy and Avery did something to the ban list because I remember banning more than one person. So when Sifmruk looks or someone, it shows when I've been confused, so I was like, well, at least everyone is on my side because I did more work than any other staff in Tea Party. There are too many admin abusers and exploiters, plus inappropriate activities and avatars. in my tea party. Me and Saturno made it look like their game, but I did a better job taking care of those people.
Bob World told me that he would like an apology from the Tea Party staff, because Lunadane said he might be right. While researching Lunadane's Roblox group about their game, I found the forum section where the game staff posts and players respond. I found this specific post about Bob World, written by Harmless. Also, in a TikTok video about the Lunadane game, I found a comment from Twisted Bottle talking about the topic, knowing what had happened. I asked Twisted Bottle about Avery, since I had seen her mentioned in a comment Twisted Bottle himself had made, and I had also seen messages from Avery herself.
Hey, Avery here. So I'm fine with people disliking me because I can get a bit annoying, but Case has gone too far. Someone quite literally found my address over this, which is concerning due to me having siblings who are younger and who can't protect themselves if it get leaked out. Case is going too far and I told her that, but she said I'm acting childish. He actually said I don't respond yet. He is ignoring my comments. I am just confused and stressed, is all. Hey update on the situation. Well, I talked to Case and they didn't care. I got doxed and basically told me to kill myself 2 times and only posted when I was actually being rude and stepping up for myself. Sob. They keep saying I'm attention seeking for not killing myself by now and it is kinda stressing. He blocked me here, but too bad because I have 2 accounts. They said they are only gonna stop until either the game gets taken down or I get fired. But I low-key talked to Lunadane about it and he didn't seem happy. I couldn't care about people saying that I'm rude because they listen to the hate instead of good comments. The only thing I'm worried about is the potentially leaked address.
I found a total of 4 posts on the topic, 3 videos from Case, and 1 video from someone who witnessed the entire incident.
Hey guys, if you guys know about Loon's Tea Party game on Roblox, then there's something I want to talk about. It's about the Avery's drama, or current situation, and my opinion about it. First of all, I think this whole thing is a bit stupid and confusing, because DW you make a rant about Avery just because they ignored you. Like you know Avery's a head admin, and OFC head admin had many things to do, such as banning exploiters, or people who break the rules in Tea Party, or taking care of those people who begs for admin abuse or stuff from admins. Avery might be busy when you ask them to talk with you. That's why they ignored you. Also, just because they ignored you, it doesn't mean they left you out. You could have asked about it to them first, instead immediately unfriending and block them. But Avery banned me for no reason. You could have talked about this in private with Avery, instead of immediately making a rant about it, and blackmail Avery just to get yourself, your friends and partner unbanned from Tea Party game. Also, you're planning to make a vid about Harmless, which I think is so stupid. Harmless didn't have anything to do with your problem. Why bring a person who isn't involved into all this? The red video is not a big deal. It is a big deal. You could have leading misinformation to people and possibly lead to bad reputation for Loon's Tea Party game. As someone who used to know Yates, this truly disappointed me. You should have think twice before making this kind of action. But anyway, this is all just my opinion on the whole drama situation that currently happened in Tea Party. Also, don't attack or harass Case for this. Just let people who are involved and Case himself to fix this whole situation. Okay, that's all I want to say. Thank you for listening. Casper out.
This is the first video I found on the topic. I was really curious to see Case's rent video, so I started investigating. In this same video I just showed you, you can find Avery's comments, who, interestingly, didn't present any evidence for her allegations.
Hey guys, in this video I'll be telling y'all something I'm pissed off about. Some of you viewers already knows Loon's Tea Party, right? Well, I'll be talking about this one head admin, Avery. I hate her so much, so now I'll be telling y'all what she did. So basically she's my ex-friend now, and some of y'all already seen her in one of my videos. First I'll be telling y'all why I unfriended her in the first place. So basically every time I join Tea Party, she and the others would ignore me. They'll only talk to me when their main friend isn't there anymore. So like, I'm just a backup friend? Yeah, that's what they see in me. So I unfriended her along with Monster, No, Divine, Chief and Blood, and the others. I'm glad they aren't my friends anymore, but until Avery accidentally joined a server where me and my partner were talking. And of course she asked me if she did something wrong. And because I don't want to talk about it, I asked her to stay as strangers again. The next day she perm banned me and my partner in the game. For false rumor about what? You guys just see this as a stupid action because I do. Also one thing, she perm banned my partner's friend too. And for this there's no reason at all. And I'll be telling y'all on what I saw and what I thought of her when we're still friends. So basically she'll try to be friends with all of the devs to gain their trust. And she'll beg for admin until they head admin. Then she would flex it to her friends, but mostly to me for having it.
Oh my god, Loon should totally hire me. I'm the best admin.
Like shut your fucking mouth. You literally ban people who barely did anything wrong. How are you so sure they're exploiting? Who seriously, what she has been doing is just unfair. At this point she doesn't deserve to get anything from that game. The devs are just so stupid to hire her. Oh yeah, about the devs, most of them are being rude lately. I heard from some people and my friend about them being mean and unfair to other players, mostly when doing admin abuse. It's like Tea Party isn't the same anymore. Anyways, yes, I tried to tell the others like Sivrook about her, but somehow he doesn't see my DMS. If I wanted something to happen, it would be her getting her account deleted. So if y'all want to help, please report her and boost this video. That's all I want to say. Thank you for listening.
Fresh meat.
The second video I found is of Case ranting about what happened between him, Avery, and Lindsay. In this video, Case talks about a falling out in his friendship with Avery, who then began abusing her admin role. In the following video from Case, a confrontation can be seen between Avery, Lindsay, and Case, where the accusations of doxing continue. In this video we can read an extensive description of what happened.
This happened earlier. After a lot of TS she banned me and you can see it from my story. Do you think she is wrong? I am doing all of this because Tea Party is slowly becoming a bad community. My friends were genuinely hurt and disappointed, so I need to stop it. Cause mostly Avery is the problem for being a bad head admin. She is not even doing it right. That is why I want her to quit working there, since it is also bad for her mental health and all. She said it wasn't even her dream becoming an admin, then obviously just quit. Ain't that hard. But she is only staying because the game's lore was interesting and the devs are nice. Well, I wouldn't call Lindsay and the others from that word idiot. But mostly no hate from Sif, so don't worry, you're a cool man, Trusty. But from the others, they just stupid to believe Avery and be against me without listening to me first. Man, they trust Avery just because she acted nice and friendly to them more than the players, mind you. Locoon should fire her. At least one dev agreed to me and I am really glad because of that. I am not spreading false information, okay? I am trying to prove my point and give enough proof. I know this looks like it is not necessary to do, but I feel like I gotta do it for my friends and the other players, for the community. But even though y'all might not believe me, I am not stopping either until she gets fired / banned or take the whole game down. I might post about the other devs too, since my friends also have a reason they are bad. Look, we all agree the devs and admins are unfair, greedy, liar, etc.
Next video of Case about the situation.
No, cause genuinely, what is she thinking? Making every lie look believable now? It's not just her who's planning all this, but she might also have people to help her get rid of me. Are you guys blind or dumb? Even if you can't be at my side but know damn well Avery was wrong, then leave the community. I am still doing this to prove my point and spread awareness many times. I hate how this continues because imagine how will it end, huh? Don't even expect y'all will win. I am JS saying your plans are stupid so you should be the one who needs a real life and grow up. Fucking thug. Sure, keep lying to them then. In the end, when they find out you are actually the wrong one, you're getting more than disappointment. I suggest you look for real proof instead of lying. But how, huh? I'm always honest, lol, so how can you expose me since I can admit almost anything, huh? You're so stupid it makes you look like those 12 attention seekers, but oh wait, it's obviously you. So don't expect you will get anything you think you deserve to. Cause yeah, I started this, but you continue it longer.
Following this investigation, I was able to contact Case, who told me that the Avery situation was only partially resolved when Lunedane stripped Avery of their rank. But Avery never properly apologized to Case for what happened. Case even told me how Avery called him homophobic simply for having misunderstood their pronouns at the time, and that whenever Case tried to have a conversation with them, guys nearby, making everything awkward. This can be seen in one of the videos Case uploaded, where the confrontation took place with Lindsay present. Case mentions other people who were part of the Tea Party Discord community, where he was excluded and humiliated. I also spoke with another user, whose video I showed earlier, to corroborate the facts and see if their testimony matched what happened. First, let's keep in mind that I am keeping this as neutral as possible, and I am only reporting the facts and testimonies I have gathered so far. This part of the story was provided by Twisted Bubble, whose original document on the matter is anonymous. The document discusses Avery and Bob World, a new moderator known for being a calm and innocent administrator. It clarifies that Avery accused Bob World of admin abuse, even though Bob World didn't commit any. It explains that Bob World only wanted to make the game more entertaining, within the established rules. Avery threatened to remove Bob World's rank in the game. After this, Bob World and Twisted Bubble, being on the same server, observed what was happening. Twisted Bubble decided to report the players' inappropriate behavior, resulting in a total of 13 players being penalized. Then Serene, who I assume is another administrator, joins, and Bob World asks her the total number of those penalized, to which Serene replies that only one person was penalized for their actions. Bob World and Twisted Bubble were then counting those people and suspected that someone from Roblox Studio had done something wrong. The document then recounts a conversation Bob World had with an anonymous developer. They discussed server issues while Twisted Bubble checked the server, leaving the developer and Bob World alone. Twisted Bubble observes their chats, in what I assume are chat logs, and witnesses the developer and Bob World making an agreement for Bob World to regain his rank, which had been removed due to the previous issue. After that conversation, Avery decides to take Bob World to a point on the map, and Twisted Bubble, for safety reasons, decides to observe what is happening. Avery asked Bob World why Lindsay, Avery's friend, had her rank demoted. Bob World replied that perhaps the admins were just doing their job and that maybe that's how things work. After this, Avery questioned Bob World about the alleged admin abuse, specifically the incident where he was playing hide-and-seek with untrustworthy people. According to Avery, Twisted Bubble responded to Avery by asking why Lunadane wasn't punished, since he had done the exact same thing weeks earlier. Following this, Avery kicked Twisted Bubble from the game. As I mentioned before, this admin was removed from his position about 2 weeks ago, around the time I started writing this script. And many of you, like me, probably think the chaos ends there, right? Unfortunately, Avery wasn't and isn't the only problematic admin in this game. Even after banning and removing multiple people, the problems persist and escalate. And it's not just me saying this. The users who actively play this game say so and make it clear in videos, comments, and even in the game's own feedback. It continues. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to compile all the negative comments about this game staff and players because it feels like it will never end. Even with attempts to hide things, the players themselves show that nothing has changed, and many have even suggested that this is the definitive end of Tea Party. I am pretty sure there's a lot more to this game, but now it's time for what I consider to be the most important point of this video. Tea Party is a truly problematic game, but not only because of the staff's attitudes and Lunadene's incompetence in ignoring or not getting involved in the decisions and actions of his own game. Well, that's what this part of the video will be about. Is it really a hangout game? Well, to clarify this point, we have to consider the game group's feedback forum, where Lunadane himself said he was ending the arc that was hidden in the game, turning it purely into a hangout game. I know many will think there's nothing wrong with this decision and that it might even have been the best option he could have made, and maybe it was, but it wasn't well executed at all. First, let's think of Tea Party as an arc itself, where, like any classic Roblox arc, it has many dark aspects behind it. But there are details that really bother me, and it's not about the story. That's completely separate from the aspects we'll see right now. During our in-game investigation, we found elements like bright flashing lights, ultra-saturated colors, and references to suicide themes that are common in this type of alternative game. But let's remember a really important detail. The game is categorized as 5+, suitable for children. Roblox's rules explicitly address the age categorization of games. When you take the age survey for games, it asks for important details such as whether the experience includes violence, blood, or harm, and if there are elements of fear or horror, etc. According to Roblox's rules, Tea Party violates Roblox's policies because it is not categorized properly. Many of the things present in the game are easily categorized as 1-3+. I think falsifying the survey to make the game 5+ was a strange decision on Lunadane's part. Now let's look at the game for what it is now. A hangout game. When I spoke with Bob Road, he told me that it was common to find users with inappropriate behavior, even by members of the staff themselves, such as using offensive language, harassing people, threatening, showing aggressive behavior, and recreating sexual scenes with behaviors or avatars. Now, speaking specifically about Lunadane, the game's owner, I have a lot to say about him. He's done both good and bad things. Personally, I think the bad decisions and actions outweigh the bad, and I'll mention them. Lunadane was responsible for Avery after she caused too much havoc in the game. He tried to hear Bob Road's side of the story and made some statements attempting to fix the situation. Now, the negative things I have found about him, despite being the game's owner and in charge of moderation and his staff, he seems quite distant regarding the decisions his colleagues make. This is because the vast majority of things happened with his knowledge, but without him directly interacting or intervening. Furthermore, Lunadane seems to favor certain members of his staff. I won't jump to conclusions, but perhaps it's because he doesn't want to be alone. No, I don't really have any proof of this, and it's more of a theory than anything concrete. But his group went to threaten and intimidate Bob World and Twisted Bottle in their game because they copied their map. Yes, it is a copy, and in Bob World and Twisted Bottle's own words, they did it because they wanted to make a safer and quieter version of Tea Party. Lunadane also doesn't bother selecting good candidates for his staff. In one of the forums he posted, he made an announcement seeking help from anyone who wanted to work as staff on his game, with no filters, no qualifications, and no research on the people he would add. Now, speaking from my experience with Lunadane, he didn't care at all about admitting that his friend Sifmruk was stealing concepts from games they consider competition. He also exhibited suspicious behavior within my game alongside Sifmruk and many of his friends, where they would have strange conversations, join and leave instantly, all recorded in game logs. To conclude, I'd like to start a healthy discussion on this topic, as I may have missed many key points because some people I wanted to interview didn't respond. This was all the information I gathered and my entire experience with this group of people and game. I'd love to hear your comments, and please share the video so it reaches more people. This was days of work and a lot of stress. See you later, fellow Roblox players. Bye a bit.